Bianca Zanini with that report. And tonight, the New York Times citing congressional leaders who say that the White House has, in fact, frozen that aid to Lebanon. And joining me now is Eric Mandel, director of the Middle East Political Information Network. Eric, now, if in fact that's true, what the New York Times is saying, what we've been reporting all day now, considering blocking this aid, what is the most likely reason why? Do you think it's because of this threat posed by Hezbollah, given Prime Minister Hariri's resignation?
Well, I think we have to look at American policy. American policy has basically been wrong. It has believed that giving money to the Lebanese armed forces is independent from Hezbollah, and that is really the farthest thing from the truth. Hezbollah and Lebanese armed forces work together. They have worked together against ISIS. They have also worked together. They share uniforms sometimes. They share patrols sometimes. So the idea that this American designated terrorist organization, Hezbollah, is separate from the Lebanese armed forces is wrong, and it does not stabilize the region. What it really does, and people have been hiding themselves from this, what it really does is that it strengthens Iran.
And how much power could Hezbollah and, by extension, Iran gain as a result of everything that we've been seeing play out in Lebanon?
Well, let's think of this. Let's say that Hezbollah, because they're under direct control of Iran, decides to attack Israel. In Hezbollah's armamentarium, you can find American attack helicopters. You can find night vision goggles. You can find Bradley armored vehicles. You can find all types of American aid. We've given over $1 billion from 2005 to 2015. So we have seen flags go up. That at Hezbollah and the Lebanese flag simultaneously on the Israeli border. And right now, Hezbollah, when they are in control of the south of Lebanon, there is no Lebanese armed force that can go into a Shiite village in the south, which is 45% of the population, without Hezbollah's saying okay.
All right, so that's the threat at the northern border. The key is at the southern border, another threat. And Israel came under attack this Shabbat, being hit with a barrage of rockets from Gaza. At the top of the show, we reported that the rocket sirens were going off again. One of the rockets hit a home in Sderot. And one question being asked now is who do you think is responsible here? The IDF typically holds Hamas responsible, but is it more likely that it could be the Iran-backed Islamic Jihad?
But Palestinian Islamic Jihad is directly controlled by Iran. Hezbollah should be, even if Hezbollah was not part of this, Hezbollah is basically the government and the security force there, and they should be in control. You can imagine if an American missile flew out and hit Mexico, and we say, well, that wasn't America shooting it out. Basically, what you have to look at is Hamas has to be responsible. Same in Lebanon. Lebanon has to be responsible for Hezbollah. And by the way, just going back to Lebanon for a second, 13 years ago, UN Security Council Resolution 1701, which all the parties in Lebanon signed, said Hezbollah had to be disarmed. And we know they went from 0 to 150,000 missiles, now precision-guided missiles that endanger every single place in Israel. But that is the more dangerous problem. That is Israel's northern Iranian border. On the south, on a macro level, Hamas is not an existential threat to Israel. And the Israelis, they may not want to say this, the military and security and intelligence people, but they don't want to get tied down in a southern war, knowing that that would weaken them in fighting the Iranian northern front.
Eric Mandel, good to see you as always. Thank you for your time.